Hi there, my name is John Stevens, pastor of Zion Lutheran Church in Oregon City, Oregon, and we are part of the ELCA. And welcome to Dollar Store Children's Sermons, where we take a look at the lectionary texts and we tie them to an item from the Dollar Tree or the junk drawer, or the kids' room, or the garage. You know how we've been doing it. I was just thinking, I liked how I said that, pastor. Anyway, sometimes where you're like, I should probably record that, but that's all right. All right, this is for the narrative lectionary. Thank you for spending a little bit of your week with me in this way, and thank you for the love that you're sharing with your kids and your congregations and your families. You, my friend, are rocking it. Thank you so much. We are still in 1 John. We're in the series of 1 John, and we are 1 John 3:16 through 24. Not John 3:16, but 1 John 3:16 through 24. But it's still talking about love. It's talking about the commandment that Jesus gives us, and that's to love one another. What an amazing thing. And not only are we to love one another, we are called to love one another, not just by words, but by action, by living it out into this world. So I thought we would ask the kids questions. And the kids' question is, what does love look like? When you think about love, and when you feel love, and when you love your parents, when you love your brother and sister, when you love a friend, what does that look like? And so having a huge heart, either you could give kids pieces of paper to draw, or I like the idea of getting a big piece of poster board and cutting out the heart, maybe even getting really big, and so you can put them together. So you've got the big heart, and then you can ask the question, what does love look like? When we are acting out love, if we're going to play the game of charades, what does love look like? It looks like feeding our neighbors. It looks like gathering together in worship. It looks like hugging someone with their permission and when they are hurting. You know, those things where what does love look like in action? And so you've got the heart, and you can draw pictures, or you can write words, feeding, or you can draw a big table, a long table, and say that love looks like everyone belongs at God's table, and different things like that. Looking at and asking that question, when you see love with boots on, when you see love with walking, when you see love acting, when you see love reaching out, when you see love embracing your neighbor, what does that look like? How do you feel love? When your parents love you, what are some of the ways you see that love? So the really looking at that, love one another in action, as we indeed in action, as we reach out. So that's the springboard, looking at and drawing the things, talking about to the kids, what does love look like? And we are told, and we are called as people of God, that we are commanded. I know, not merely a suggestion, but Jesus says you are to love one another. That's how important God thinks love is. Yeah, it's not a suggestion, it's a commandment. Wow. Yeah, and that's pretty darn cool that our God thinks that we should love one another so much that not only are we called to love one another in word and action, but we see Jesus and how Jesus loves. Jesus loves by washing feet. Jesus loves by welcoming those who everybody else says, you don't belong here. Jesus says, you belong in my house. You belong in my kingdom. You belong in my kingdom. You are loved. Yeah. All right, that's where we're going. Big heart. We're drawing pictures. I'm drawing pictures with my right hand and my left hand. I can't draw a picture with my right hand to save my life. I am so left-handed. Anyway, all right, thank you so much for spending a little bit of this week with me in this way. Thank you for your partnership in this ministry. And I pretty soon after this is for July 7th. So July 13th, our youth group and I and a couple other adults are flying into New Orleans, and we are going to be there for the Youth Gathering 2024. I am so excited. If you see me, say hello. I love chatting with everybody. So, all right, we will see you next week in video, and maybe I'll see you next week. We'll actually see each other. All right, peace. Talk to you later.